Nice, warm, hot Florida day. I don't want to get into the meat yet. I want to wait until I want to wait till somebody comes on and tell me if you can hear me or not. I want to cut this down because we don't want no copyright claims. We don't want no copyright claims, right? So, anyway, if you can't hear me, if I go through the motions and you can't hear me, then I just have to redo the whole thing over again. Once I watch the replay, I just do it over again. But welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. I hope your day was blessed. Happy Mother's Day to all the mother. But first, before we say anything, we want to give honor and thanks to God. We want to thank God for the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the hills, the valleys, the mountains. Wow, it's cut right in front of the car. People just drive crazy, but the good, the bad, the ugly, ups and downs, the highs, the lows, the hills, the valleys, the mountains. We thank God for it all. And so, Mother's Day, mothers, no matter what you do, or how hard you try, it's like thanking God, giving God thanks. You can never thank a mother or moms enough for the sacrifices they make, the late nights, getting up when you're sick, the things they tell you, the things they don't tell you. You can't put a price on it, and you can't thank them enough. No matter what you do, no matter how many days you take them out to, no matter how many movie shows, no matter how many lunches you plan, vacations you plan, it's still not enough. Hey, welcome to the live. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, put a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure y'all can hear me. Thumbs up, say yeah, I can hear you or whatever. Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up saying you can hear me, because I don't want to start over again. But if you can hear me, say yeah, you can hear me. If not, that's good too. But I'm gonna keep on talking, because I know some people can hear me. Some people can hear me, but they can't hear me. but like Mom always say, not grandma always said, okay, you can hear me. All right, good. That's a thumbs up because you can hear me. All right, good. So anyway, okay. I appreciate that. So anyway, like I was saying, no matter how many trips you plan, what a vacation, going on, taking them on trips, whatever you may do for your mom, or try to do for your mom, it's never enough. It's never enough. You can never thank them enough for the sacrifices they have made. The same thing with thanking God. No matter if you have 1,000 tongues, you couldn't thank God enough for the blessings that God has bestowed on you. You may not feel like it's a blessing at the time. You may not feel like you're blessed, but you are blessed. One of the people said when they stood up, when the guy stood up, when the deacon stood up today, and he said that as a believer in God, you always been above your means. When you believe in God, hey, I'm a 50 rag, so you can't go by what I say. I'm striving just like you. Can't go by what man says. Period. You gotta try to find God for yourself. But I say that to say that I'm a 50 rag. I'm striving and struggling, trying to live right. But I say that to say that we all live above our means. We all live above our means when it comes to God and His grace and His mercy. And so Mother's Day. What a great message. What a great message from the minister. Check out here on YouTube, on Facebook, Hope Church of Christ. On YouTube, they have 2 services, one at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and one at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And welcome to check them out here on YouTube, Facebook. They have it on Facebook as well. Hope Church of Christ on Facebook as well. But the message came from 1 Kings. 1 Kings. And it talked about a real mother. Because same thing, we ain't talking about fathers today. We talking about mothers. There's some women out here. There's some women out here that have babies and aren't mothers. They have babies. This is not. I didn't say this now. Don't say how Gunsip said it, because I didn't say it. Gunsip didn't say it. This is what the minister said. But there's some women out here that aren't mothers. And I'm not saying this to bash women. I'm not saying this to bash moms. You know, I love my mom. I love I love mothers. Period. And so you know what I mean? And I appreciate moms. I appreciate all my cousins. Shouts out to all my cousins, all my aunts that are here, that are no longer here, that have kids, that are VL Green, my aunt VL Green, great mother, great woman of God, and my aunts that are alive, my grandmothers. And so, you know, I was trying to talk about, but what I was saying, I was saying that it's some women out here that are not mothers, and the message behind that is that what he meant, when he said that, he said that to say that if we have to get back to grandma days and get back to when women were women of God. Women were women of God, and they didn't rely on their own understanding. They didn't rely on their own understanding. This guy here, go ahead on, go about your business, go. But they didn't rely on their own understanding. They went to God for everything. God was their foundation. God was their foundation. And nowadays, not only we're talking about mothers now, so I want to get into that. But on both sides of the spectrum, people don't rely on God as their foundation, and that has become a problem in every aspect in the way we live, the things that we see, how the world is, how the world goes, how the world turns. As the world turns, that's the show that Grandma used to watch. As the world turns, General Hospital, nap time. All those shows came on, it was nap time for you. Gotta take a nap. But anyway, if you were still in school, it was summertime. If you weren't in school, it was you was on vacation from school, and and them shows came on. It's time to take a nap. You gotta go to sleep, even if you weren't sleepy. But get back to those days. I said that'd be funny, but it's true. If you grew up in the era around the time I grew up, you know that to be what I'm saying. It'll be true. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. But I can't say your name because I can't really see it. I'm up to an age where I kind of need specs, but I need glasses. I'm reading glasses rather. But yeah, if we say we believe, if you say you believe, and you say you're a woman of God, or you're a mother, a true mother, put God's first. That's the message the message said. And you can't be a single mother. You can't be a single mother if God is in your equation. You can't be a single mother if God is in your equation. So, because if the thing about what you said about that is like, You didn't know certain times growing up, you didn't know what was what as a child. When you get older, you realize. But those grandmothers, and great grandmothers, they made a way out of no way. They made a way out of no way. They may have had a husband, they may not have had a husband, but if they had a husband, they would have anchored the family. They would anchor the family. And they were the ones that went in their prayer closet. How many women do they have a prayer closet that they can go in and petition God for their family? And say, Lord, I don't know what's going on with my family, but some of them believe, but they don't believe. They say they believe, but they don't. You know, they can have belief. They can say they believe, go to church on Sundays and go to church on Sunday and raise hell on Monday or after church on Sunday. But you know, I don't want to get into all that. But you know, anyway, it's a great message, a great topic, and the message was the storyline. If you haven't read First Kings, I'm gonna give you a little synopsis of the story. It's like it was two women, right? Two mothers. Both of them had two kids, and those two kids were, they say, maybe a couple months apart. They both were young, and one of the mothers say maybe she rolled over. Like, oh, they don't want me to get this message. Like, oh, they don't want me to get this message out. They're trying to block my message. She said, this ain't my baby, right? She said, this ain't my baby. So they petitioned the court, petitioned the judge, like on a storyline, Ricky Lake, whatever show you used to watch growing up. They said, you know, okay, so what we gonna do? Since neither one of you, both of you are saying that this is your baby, we're gonna divide the baby. We're gonna cut the baby in half. We're gonna cut the baby in half. And so the mother said, no, don't cut the baby in half. Let her have the baby. Let her have the baby. Even though I know it's my baby, I'd rather see the baby live than see the baby die. And so the judge say, give that one the baby. She is the mother. Give her the baby, because she is the mother. And so to tie that into the story of motherhood, Mother's Day, a mother, a true mother, doesn't talk about the sacrifice she made. Doesn't tell her kids, oh, woe is me. She goes to God about it. She goes to God about it. And petition God about it. And knows that regardless of what goes on, God's gonna make it be all right. God's gonna make it be all right. Your sacrifices, the things you don't see, you can't see, you know. And we as a culture, we as a nation, have to get back to leaning more on God and trusting God in everything that we do. And that's a hard thing to say, especially for me. And I'm being honest, but day by day, brick by brick, minute by minute, you have to try. And so, like I said, it's a great message. And faith comes by hearing. You know, people talk about, man, I was one of them people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of those people to say what ministers do, what they don't do. And I had to humble myself. I had to check myself. I wrecked myself, then I had to check myself. And what I realized is, God don't care nothing about what those ministers are doing. Your race is your race. Whatever anybody else is doing, however anybody else is living, don't have nothing to do with your judgment, or my judgment. What a minister's doing, even though he preaching, he might have a higher thing going, might get a higher whooping Like if you're the oldest child, you'll get worse. But your judgment has nothing to do with what the minister said. Once you hear it and you know God for yourself, and you hear the message, then it's on you. It's on you to search and find. You know, people know God reveals Himself to you. We just wrapped into what other people are doing. Focus on the Joneses instead of focusing on yourself. You focus on the Joneses instead of focusing on yourself. You can't be like the Joneses. The Joneses maybe you don't know what's going on in their family. Like you're looking out like on the outside looking in. I heard that the other day. You're on the outside looking in, trying to figure something out. You can't base your life on what other people got, how other people live. You don't know what's going on in their house. You don't see what they're showing you. You don't see what they want you to see. Like Catch Me If You Can. Like people look at and see he was fooling everybody because people looked at him and seen a certain thing, and all the time he was fooling everybody. So people look a certain way. They don't mean it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like focus on you. Pretty much what I'm saying. Focus on your race. Run your own race. Let God lead you. Let God show you where you need to go. Where you need to go. Focus on your race and let God lead you. And that's the message. So shout out to all the moms. Like I said before, I don't care how many times, what I do, how much money I had, what I can do for my mom, it'll never be enough to repay her for the sacrifice she made for me growing up. So, you know, and that's the same thing with any mom, any real mom. You know, sacrifices they make, things they do, and you know, but you can't, like I said, the minister said, you can't be a real mom if you don't believe in God. And God has to be your foundation. And that's what He said, not me. I didn't say He said. He said it. The minister said it. So, because who's leading you? If God's not leading you, who's leading you? You leading yourself? You can't lead yourself. You're lost. You're lost. And I believe that to be true. I know that to be for a fact. You can't lead yourself. You have to lean on God's understanding. God has to lead you in order for you to go in the right direction. Because you basing everything we base ourselves on is what we've learned. Everything we base our lives on is what we learn from somebody, from our physical parent or physical family. That's everything we learn. And we have to deal with the spirit, because we are spirits. We're not flesh. Once this flesh gone, once this body is gone, you think this is it for me? It's not it. This is not it. My spirit's going to transform somewhere else. So, and one of the things you said the week before that, you said that if you don't desire to be around God while you're here on this earth, why would you want to be once you leave? And why you want to be around Him? And that's how I view life within myself. If people don't want to be around, it's me now. This me talking. This ain't God now. This ain't the Bible. But I say, if people don't want to be around you, then why be around them? That's the way I feel. But and God just say, if you don't want to worship Him and praise Him while you're here, then why would you want to be around Him once you leave? So that's the difference between heaven and hell. You know, they make it seem like heaven and hell is like, oh, you're gonna get sitting in hell, you do this. No, but worship and praise God and show God you love Him while you're here, and let people know, let the world know, not by what you say out of your mouth, by your deeds and your actions. Because we can go to church and praise God all day long and come out and treat people like crap. I'm gonna say shit, but treat people like shit. And forgive me, but you know, like being frank, being blunt. But you can go to church every Sunday and people get out of church and treat people like shit. But that ain't the way God. That ain't the way you just praise and give everybody hugs and kisses while you're in church, and come out and then treat your fellow man like you don't see him walking in the street. But you know, I ain't wanna use those two. I'm sorry I used that the way I used it, but you get the message. You get the message. And God forgive me, you know, but you know, like I said. Anyway, I hope you got the message. pretty much. Don't look at the vernacular that I use. Take the message, and I know that that's how some people act. So I say that to say, you know, don't let your words talk for you. Let your actions speak for you. And that's how that goes. So Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. My aunts, especially my aunts, my mother, my aunts, my grandmother. They're not no longer here. Both my grandmothers were spiritual women, and you know what I mean. Like I ask my grandma, I say, Grandma, come on. I say, like, it's football season, Grandma. Like, put on the football game. She watching Clifton Dollar and all these other shows. Like, Grandma, let's put on the Cowboy. Let's Cowboy Nation. Let's put on some Cowboy. Watch Cowboy game. And say, yeah, let me watch this now. I'll let you watch it in a little bit. And I'm like, okay, Grandma. Sit down and wait. And then finally, but giving thanks to God. And so I realize that now, and I thank God for praying grandmothers, praying aunts, and praying family members that we have to get back to. Get back into, if you don't have one, and you're a mother or a father, say fathers too. If you don't have one, get you a prayer closet. Get you a prayer closet, and petition God. Learn to petition God for things you want, and don't lean onto your own understanding. Because when you lean onto your own understanding, you're lost. So ask God to lead you, and He'll direct your path. So with that being said, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed, and like I always say, tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody you love them, because you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love, because you never know when you kiss them again. Like I always said, a kind word kind of goes a long way. I'm a testimony to that. Because a kind word kind of changed my life. So say a kind word, give a kind gesture, and you'll be surprised how that kind word that kind of changed my life, because it changed my life. So with everything, I'll be safe, I'll be blessed. I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I love y'all. I love my mother, love the mothers in my family, in my circle, my cousins, my aunts, my mother, especially my mother, my grandmother that are gone. Love them all. God bless them. And God bless you. I see you. I'm out. Peace out. Be blessed.